You can't be canceled from something you didn't sign up for. You can't be canceled from something you didn't sign up for. Those aren't my words. Those are the words of the great Denzel Washington. I was coming across a clip where Denzel and Spike Lee were being interviewed, and the interviewer asked them about cancel culture. And it's fascinating to hear the wisdom of a 70-plus-year-old brother who has achieved worldwide success in the public eye, through the public sphere as an entertainer. But yet his response on cancel culture to me is extremely profound. I want you to hear Denzel Washington's response when he was asked about cancel culture. Check this out.
Follow and lead at the same time. I don't follow anybody. I follow the heavenly spirit. I follow God.
Amen.
I don't follow man. I have faith in God. I have hope in man. But look around. It ain't working out so well.
Yeah.
Forget being followed. You can't be canceled if you haven't signed up. Don't sign up. Don't get me started.
You can't be canceled if you don't sign up. Like, the thing is interesting. The conversation prior to that was about how, in essence, attention is the currency that everyone is seeking now, right? Everyone is looking to be followed. But the reality is, if you didn't sign up for followers, if you didn't sign up for this thing, they can't cancel you from that. I believe it was Kobe Bryant that said, or it might be someone else that said, if you live for the applause, then you'll die for the booze, right? But I believe he also famously said, booze don't stop dunks. That was Kobe Bryant. But the whole point of it is, if the fans, if the people, if society, in essence, can make you, society can also break you. If you give society or the people or the group or the crowd the power to make you, that means you've also given society, the group, the crowd, the power to break you. Where are you giving, or where are you placing your power? When you meet someone or when you enter into a relationship, you teach people in relationships how to treat you. Part of that is how you treat yourself, right? How you carry yourself. That sets the tone for how they treat you. It's funny, in my house, if I leave things out, right? If I leave a pile of stuff sitting something like on the counter, right? What's fascinating is all of a sudden, my son, my daughter, my wife, everybody will start to leave things in that spot that I've left things. It's almost like I set the tone for, okay, this is a spot to collect stuff. This is a spot for everyone to dump their things. And that started because I set that tone, right? So when it comes to cancel culture, when it comes to allowing the crowd or the group to dictate, your level of success, your level of access, your level of prominence, you give that power away. You set that tone. If you are unbothered by the responses or the reactions of other people, then the responses and the reactions of other people, their power has been minimized. But if you are one that's extremely reactionary to someone's response or their reaction to something, then you have basically given the power away to them to determine how you emotionally respond, right? It's really kind of rooted in emotional regulation, right? Because if you're not internally emotionally regulated, then you're going to be spawned and controlled by all these outside forces. That's why, I'm not one that seeks balance, but I like the term homeostasis, right? Homeostasis is the internal regulation or the internal process to meet or match external forces. So it's saying that internally, you have everything needed to match what's coming from the outside. That's homeostasis. And your cells and your body naturally looks to get to a point of homeostasis where internally you're looking to regulate to match what's coming from the outside, right? But you're not allowing the outside to influence what you got going on the inside. You build and develop the inside so that really whatever happens on the outside, you're ready for. You're like, bring it on, because it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't move me. It doesn't control me. I have all the processes in place to match what's coming. And when you allow cancel culture, or when individuals allow cancel culture to dominate, they've pawned their power outside of themselves. They don't have internal processes to regulate. They allow the outside forces to dictate what's cracking. And that's not living in a place of power. That's not operating from a place of peace. That actually leads to dysregulation, because you only have control of what's flowing in you, what's inside of you. This is where you have control. Everything that happens outside of you, you don't control it. Even as a speaker or as a coach or whatever, in my world, I can say the thing, I can present the thing, I can make the offer, but the reality is I can't control how someone receives it. How they receive it is up to them, right? But I can't take how they receive it and bring it back to me. I, even if I came from a good place, I can't allow their reaction to cause me to get off of my, base or my baseline. So it's just a fascinating perspective, but I really enjoyed this wisdom by Denzel Washington, because we can't allow outside forces to control what we got going inside. We have to solidify inside, because outside we have no control over. And the reality is we also don't give them more control than they deserve. That's the key. That's the key. That's the key. All right. Well, hey, as it pertains to y'all becoming the quarterback of your mindset, I'm going to challenge you to lean all the way in. Become the quarterback of your mindset. You got everything that you need. You just have to be willing to access it and willing to take the steps in that direction. And until next time, y'all be blessed, well, and wise. Make sure to give this channel a like, subscribe, share it out, leave some comments on your thoughts, and I will holla at you. Peace.